Hello everyone. In this video we are going to learn about Linux and also the security of the computer. In the previous video we have seen different type of operating system and the difference between Windows and DOS. So let's start with Linux. So Linux is one of popular version of Unix operating system. It is open source. What is the meaning of open source? The code of this operating system is available. It's freely available. It's free to use. It is community developed operating system and it can be used for multiple devices, multiple type of devices like computers, servers, mainframes, mobiles, embedded systems. And different platforms support this operating system, whether it's ARM, Spark, x86, and it's mostly widely supported operating system. So the main thing about Linux are it is a popular version of Unix operating system. It is open source, free to use, community developed operating system, and can be used for multiple type of devices. Now let's see the features of Linux. First is portable. Portable means it can work on different type of hardware. It is open source. That means the code of this operating system is available on the internet. And also it is a community based development project that we have already seen. It means that many teams worked in collaboration to make it. It is multi-user, just like Windows. On Windows, multiple user can use RAM, memory, application program. Same, Linux is also multi-user operating system. Multi-programming, that means multiple application can run at the same time. So in the RAM, in the CPU, multiple application can be there at a time. For example, right now I'm recording this lecture using some version of like video recording system. Now I'm also using the PDF. So there are multiple applications that are running on our system. Here we have hierarchical file system. That means there is going to be file, then subfiles inside it in a tree structure form, like root, then child have further children. Shell. In Linux, we are having a special interpreter program that is known as shell. So shell is like a layer. If you will see the architecture, this is the shell. So shell is interface between the application, that is the user, and the kernel. Secure. Linux is offers security system. Here we have control access, passwords, encryption of data, all these things. So 7 basic features are: it's portable, that means hardware can be work on different platform. It is open source, that means source code is freely available. Multi-user, that means the system resources, RAM, memory can be used by multiple users. Multi-programming, that means multiple application can be in the RAM at the same time. Hierarchical, that means there are going to be a tree structure. Shell is an interpreter, that is interface between the application and the kernel. Last point, it's secure. That means it provides the data encryption, password protection, controlled access, all these things. Then comes the architecture. Here we have 3 layers. The hardware layer that we do not see, the RAM, HDD, CPU, all these things. Kernel is more complex thing inside the our system. It is responsible for all the major activities. Then we have shell. Shell is an interface, is an intermediate layer. Here you can see this is the shell. So shell is an interface between the application and the kernel. It's an interface between the user and the kernel. It hides complexity. It takes command from us, execute on kernel. Now comes the computer security. So in Linux, what we have studied that it's a Unix operating system, open source, free to use, community developed operating system. It's portable, open source, multi-user, multi-programming, hierarchical file structure, shell, security. These are its features. In architecture, we have seen there are 3 layers: the hardware layer, the kernel, and the shell. Now comes the computer security. So what is computer security? Computer security is the protection of computer from the theft means chori, and damage to the hardware, software or information. So in our computer system, what do we have? Hardware, software and the information stored in it. So protection of all these three from getting theft or damaged is known as computer security. So here we prevent unauthorized use, use of the computer, and also detect unauthorized use. Then comes how we can achieve computer security. First, downloading antivirus system. So it protects our system from viruses, worms, rootkits, botnets, all these things. Next is anti-spyware software. So spyware is most dangerous type of malicious software. So what spy means? Just keeping an eye on someone. So it keeps an eye on personal information of user without their knowledge or authorization. So anti-spyware software secure our sensitive information. Next is password protection, like login passwords, websites or social media, email, Gmail, banking accounts, all these have password protection thing. So we should never tell password to someone. Password should not be too easy. We should mix up the uppercase, lowercase, special symbols and all those things. It should not include any dictionary word, because there can be some system that will just program. They can keep guessing your password, so they should not be some dictionary word. Next is apply latest updates and patches. So in our mobile or laptop, we have latest updates time to time. So it is more secure than the previous ones. It remove outdated feature, it updates our drivers, it delivers the bug fixes, add new features, all these things. Next is firewall. So this is a firewall. Firewall protects our system from the internet threats. To prevent unauthorized web user or illegal software from gaining access to our system through internet. So we can implement it using hardware, software or both. So how we can save our system, secure our system? Antivirus, anti-spyware, password, latest update and patches, and firewall. So revise about computer security and also Linux. So 6th chapter is done, where we have seen the operating system, its type, Linux, DOS, computer security, all these concepts in detail. Revise these concepts and we will meet in the next video with the next chapter. Thank you and have a good day.